Welcome to the Dog Advisory Council, a trusted resource for dog owners and enthusiasts. Today we will be talking about how long can a dog bark before it gets tired and how to stop it. The amount of time a dog can bark before he gets tired will depend on his size, the volume of his bark, and the reasons for which he is barking. Most experts agree that, technically, dogs can go for days without much of a break if they put their minds to it. To get a better understanding of it, here is what you are going to want to know about all the factors for how long will a dog bark, and what it means for your dog's health and comfort. After all, barking is always a form of communication. Dogs don't ever bark for no reason. The different factors to consider include size and breed. The size and breed of your dog are going to factor into how long he can go. The larger and stronger the dog, the better he can keep going and going. Smaller and younger dogs will tire faster and need to take a break. The volume of his bark. If the dog is just barking at the top of his lungs, he'll tire faster than a dog who is barking persistently but not screaming. The volume and strength of the bark are going to determine just how long the dog can go and how long it's going to be before he goes hoarse. The reasons behind his barking. The reasons that he's barking will usually factor in too. After all, if the dog doesn't feel the need to bark intensely for hours, he won't. The main factors influencing his barking, with most dogs, include territorial behavior. A dog is naturally territorial. When he has reasons to feel as though his property or turf are being threatened, the dog will often bark and growl to let the intruder know that they're close to breach his barrier or to let those around him know that there's a problem. Anxiety. Dogs can behave frantically and let anxiety take the better of them, whether it's anxiety from something like fireworks, separation anxiety, or just dealing with a generally anxious dog. This can make your dog bark like he's mad. Boredom. Dogs will go around barking simply because they're bored and love to hear the sound of their own voice. If they don't have a lot of stimulation, this can happen fairly quickly. The more they suffer from boredom, the more that they may bark. Loneliness. Dogs are pack animals by nature, so they can get lonely pretty easily. When a dog feels lonely and wants a friend, he'll bark to get attention from you, another dog, or whoever is close enough to hear him. Is in need of help. Lastly, a dog that needs help will bark to communicate that. He might be in pain or injured, or he may be with someone that is. Dogs can be pretty loyal like that. As you've probably guessed, this would be like when a human yells for help. As mentioned before, many dogs are physically capable of yelling for days with only a few breaks. Sometimes, a dog may continue to bark even after he's gone hoarse. Barking is a little different from yelling in humans that way. People will often stop after they go hoarse because they understand there is no use in continuing. Dogs usually can continue just the same, until their need has been met. The reasons behind his barking will definitely determine how long he goes as well as how strongly he is feeling about that reasons. Whatever the situation might be, always take the dog barking seriously, as he won't stop just because he understands it's not going to work. While it may seem like it takes no effort at all, barking does get dogs tired. As mentioned, it's the same as humans feel when they are yelling. After a while, dogs get tired out just because of the barking itself. It doesn't always mean that dogs will stop barking, though. They'll just take a break and then get back to it when they feel more rested. As much as possible, keeping your dog's barking normal is a great goal as a respectful pet parent and neighbor. Some tips include: reward positive behavior related to barking. When your dog stops barking, make sure you reward the act of stopping his barking. Over time, your dog will learn to understand that stopping his noise when you tell him to is a good thing, and excessive barking will be rare. Properly train his barking command. As far as getting him to stop barking, you'll need to pick a command. Quiet or no barking are common ones. When you use that command and reward his behavior when he stops on cue, this will help your dog understand the value of listening to it. Take the reason for his barking away. Whatever the reason is triggering his barking, address the situation, and the barking will stop. For example, if your dog is bored, make sure he gets plenty of stimulation from you when you are home. If your dog is lonely, get him a buddy. Dogs can bark for an impressively long time when they have needs that they feel aren't being met. The key is to understand it for what it is and stop the problem in its tracks. Your neighbor will thank you. If you want to learn about the differences between normal barking and excessive barking, click the link in the description below. If the information in this video was useful, please like it and don't forget to subscribe.